Hey, my name is Tyler Boronski. You're watching my YouTube channel where I'm sitting down with recognizable faces in entertainment and the digital space. Today, we're in Burlington, Vermont, the host site for the 4-day Grand Point North Festival. You can see it right behind us right now. Headlined and organized by Grammy-nominated artist Grace Potter, and she's here joining us right now. Grace, hello.
Hello, good to be here.
Good to see you. Thanks so much for taking the time to do this. And,
Thank you.
You know, it's so cool to see you being able to host this event again. I know it's been a couple-year hiatus, but you've been doing this for so long. 100% of the proceeds going to Vermont flood relief. Not something you needed to do. Why did you do it?
I think everybody knows that when I come back to Vermont to play a concert, it's not about me getting my name out there anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, people put like a label. You know, there's like the organic made in Vermont label.
Yeah.
I feel like I have one of those. It's just Vermont's own Grace Potter. I don't need that recognition, but I do know what it's like to be a small fish in a big pond.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked hard to get to where I am. And now if I could do one thing well, it would be to create a platform for other artists who are, you know, maybe hiding off in their cabins in the woods, writing beautiful songs or creating amazing poetry or artwork. And I feel like Grand Point North is the significant offering that I've been able to bring. So I just love the chance to share this platform with other artists.
Yeah, love to see that. And going back to the earlier point, the fact that all the proceeds are going to flood recovery.
Yeah.
You know, outside of doing this, I work in news as a reporter. We're out in these communities. I know you've dealt with dealing with flooding in the past in your life. I mean, what are some of the visuals that come to your head when you think about when you were younger? And then I even know recently it happened again to you. So what comes to mind?
I'll never forget Meredith Marble, my best friend in elementary school, was right on the river at the Mad River during Hurricane Irene. And her mom had this couch that she loved. It looked like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. It was this perfect, pristine white couch. And we came in with sandbags to help them. And by the time we got there, that couch was floating 6 feet above where it should have been. And I just thought, oh, Mrs. Marble's going to be so sad about this. And it's true that there are things that get lost that are things. But I think the more important feeling I remember is how amazing this community is.
Yeah.
How many people came together with sandbags. Maybe it was a little too late in that moment. But having been a flood victim myself now, last week, we now have a river flowing through what was a beautiful field. We had kind of an airstrip on our farm. We don't fly airplanes, but there was an airport there at some point. And when the river breached and started cutting through the meadow, and all these trees started washing up, it was wild. It started feeling like nothing was ever going to be the same.
Yeah.
But also nature was speaking pretty loudly.
Yeah.
And it felt important for me to listen and acknowledge that, and also acknowledge what I think so many people are going through right now. Nothing will ever be the same. Art has been lost. You know, one-of-a-kind pieces, family heirlooms, the things that get lost.
Yeah.
It hurts, and it's okay to grieve about that. And I think music is a great way to help people grieve.
How would you describe Vermonters? I mean, you've been someone that, you know, went away, came back.
Yeah.
I've bounced around different communities.
I keep showing up everywhere,
and you
don't
keep showing up. Yeah.
I'm like a fly with my sticky paper. I just keep on.
You find a way somewhere. But maybe I would love to hear your answer first. I guess what just makes, you know, Vermonters so unique, especially during times like this?
I think it's humility. I think the thing about everyone I know from Vermont, whether it's the guy who fixes cars or the woman who shears her own sheep and mills the wool, or the tech mogul who invented a type of satellite that has changed the world. There are so many different intrepid folks in Vermont. But there is, no matter how cutting edge or how humble they are and where they come from, there is a humility and a perspective that comes from, I think, really yearning for this freedom and this space of, I think, nature. Nature is just such a big, I think it's better than gold.
Today's the last day of the festival. I know you had a show last night. I mean, what's the feeling you've been? Yeah, she just did a show right before this too, a private show. So she's nonstop today. So probably the last thing you're supposed to be doing to rest. But I appreciate you doing this. I appreciate you.
It's fine. I gotta sing like
Thanks
Tina
for saying
tonight,
yes.
and then I can blow my voice out for a couple days.
Yeah. What's the feeling you've been getting from community members, I guess, and what do you hope people do take away? I know, like I said, there's another night tonight. So what do you hope people take away?
Gratitude. I felt it from the day the doors opened when The Head and the Heart was playing on Thursday night. I felt gratitude. And not only did I feel it, but people were coming up to me unsolicited, just tearful and thankful that that the energy and the intention behind a thing like Grand Point North, which isn't just about one genre of music or even one style of expression. It's music, but it's a lot more than that. There's art, there's dance, there's theater, there's the weirdos. I really want to make a platform and a space for the weirdos to show up and feel like they aren't just operating in an echo chamber of other weirdos. I think that the accessibility and the point of access that Vermonters get to art and all forms of expression has been limited for all the reasons that you would expect. We are not a place that wants big, tall buildings and lights shining bright, and we don't need an Eiffel Tower to know that we're special. But I do think that there are places where we need an arena to express ourselves and to bear witness to other people expressing themselves. And that's my life purpose for the second half of my life. That's what I'll be doing.
So cool. Last main question, and then maybe we'll do some rapid fire to finish it up.
Oh, I like rapid
fire. There you go.
Dangerous.
It could be.
Careful.
We'll keep this rated G or PG. I don't know. We'll see.
Rated BT.
Yeah, there you go. BT. There you go. Having such an involvement in organizing this festival, I mean, you're always performing at others. I mean, you're going to like Massachusetts, New Hampshire later this week. What's something you've appreciated when it comes to just learning the behind the scenes process when it comes to being a coordinator that I guess you wouldn't have known beforehand?
Promoters and specifically production, folks who work on these sites, especially post-COVID, are some of the bravest people I know. A lot of folks gave up on the music industry and went and found more consistent jobs, places where they could work from home or access what they needed financially from places that maybe didn't fulfill them as much, but were just going to be guaranteed, because live music really took a huge hit. Maybe even more than the film industry, although I've watched the entire realm of entertainment fail multiple times, and I've seen it. I mean, from the drive-ins that we played to, I did a lot of very experimental shows during COVID. I was the guinea pig up and down the coast, all the way out west. I drove my car across the country 4 times in search of the new normal. And I think what's so magical about the folks that put themselves in this position of being able to put on a show is that they are taking a risk, and I am too. And when you can look each other in the eye and go, I don't know if this is going to work or not, and you can still wink at each other and go, let's do it anyways. I think that's what humans are made of. And everybody that shows up on this site is going to feel that. All
right. Quick rapid fire for you. You talked about, getting some rest the next couple of days. What's a tip you would give to an artist when it comes to voice recovery that you do?
Bone breath and don't talk. That's it. Just don't talk. You have to close yourself away. It's really hard for people like me with FOMO, but you got to just stop talking. It's not necessarily sleep. It's just not talking. But sleep is probably good too. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't get a lot of sleep.
You do like the whiteboard thing, or just like if I need to communicate?
No, I put a piece of duct tape over my mouth if I have to.
Oh my gosh.
It just says not allowed to talk. Thanks, management.
Yeah, literally a word limit. Literally. Favorite city to visit when you're on the road?
Oh, I'm thinking of Trondheim, Norway right now because I just miss it. And it's where we realized that I was pregnant with my son.
Oh, no kidding.
But also because I've been talking about how much I enjoy Burlington because it's a pedestrian city.
It is.
And I want to continue to encourage people to walk from place to place. The efficiency of a town and the flow of culture, right down to what stores and restaurants open based on foot traffic, is one of my favorite things. And so many European cities have that. Segovia, Spain, Sevilla, Italy. But mainly for me, Burlington, I think, has all the makings of an incredible European city. Trondheim being the example I want. Footbridges everywhere.
There you go. I love that. Yeah. Well, I love walking up and down Church Street here, so it's the best.
Yes.
Favorite venue you've done before?
Oh, man. Kane's Ballroom is pretty amazing in Tulsa. I love Red Rocks. You can't really beat Red Rocks. Let's just be clear on that one. I've played a bunch of caverns and cave shows, another bit of experimental work we've done. I'm always surprised by a cave, specifically the bats. there's bats in the cave.
Oh,
You gotta
I'm
be
sure.
aware. Which plays back to my nocturnal
There you
history.
go.
So
Yes.
it's kind of like we all belong together.
Very cool. Artists you would like to collaborate with? Do you have any?
Oh, I would like to collaborate with Sia before she
There you go.
disappears into space. I know she's gonna move to Mars. I know she's gonna move to Mars. So before she's done, I'd like to get her going.
I'm hoping this is the manifest question. Like this is the clip. You look back in a few years. You know,
no,
there you go.
we will be working together. I really want to do something with Beyonce. I'm so happy that she is enveloping so many different genres of her music together.
Yeah.
We opened a place in Miami together. She played the big room at the Faena. I played the burlesque club, and we passed each other in the hallway and gave each other this like sup.
Didn't even need to say anything. Just give the
No,
look.
she
You
said
did.
something beautiful.
Okay.
She said, two proud, beautiful women opening up a hotel in Miami Beach. I like that. And it made me feel like, all right, if that's something that she acknowledges as something, maybe we could make a song about it. Like, let's go open a hotel in Miami Beach or a casino in Vegas, whatever. I really enjoy all the trappings of a true entertainer who knows what it's like to slog it out for 20 years and work their butts off and earn it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Last two for you. Obviously, Paris is such a iconic song for you.
Yes.
When that was, blowing up at its heights, what's like a moment you remember from that period when you think of
I remember
Paris?
recording that song 7 times because I was determined for it to be a hit song.
Sure.
And nobody
really?
believed it was going to be. They were like, these lyrics are crazy. This is like it seemed a little bit like how America wanted to change French fries into like freedom fries. But that was the statement I was trying to make. I think there was a lyrical content to it that I was excited about, to dumb down the incredibly sort of esoteric concepts of what it is to be Parisian and hand it back to Americans in this sort of bite-sized Starburst candy package.
Yeah.
And I just loved it. I thought it was a really fun experiment in pop music. And the big moment for me is always when people sing it back to me.
Yeah.
Like it's a cultural.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we, 12, 13 years later?
Yeah.
Like, so cool.
It's like ba-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Ooh la 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 la. So I think the Paris Olympics wanting to use the song was a big one for me. It made me feel like, okay, even the Parisians get the joke. That's great.
Last one for you. And I love this question because I always love, highlighting like mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
Obviously, Vermont is like the definition of local,
So good.
restaurants and just different spots. What are some places you like to, when I guess you live here now. So again, but like, what are some of your go-to like food spots that are locally owned?
Oh my God, food spots. Oh yeah, this is a hard one. I know that being that I'm at the airport so often, my friends who started the Skinny Pancake
okay, there you go.
are truly intrepid in their airport culinary. It makes me happy to see people who are making great food that is actually apropos of the Vermont way.
Mm-hmm.
There's a convenience to it, but there's also the farm to table element. I'm so proud of Skinny Pancake.
Yeah.
It's not like you're settling for Skinny Pancake.
No.
It's a complete convenience, and I can't believe we have something like that at our airport. But I love a single pebble. I absolutely adore. Where did you get my bagel today, Drew?
Willows. Yeah, I love Willows.
That was a dang good bagel.
Yeah, it's probably the best bagel around here.
Dang good.
Yeah.
Penny Clues. I used to go get breakfast at Sneakers up in Winooski.
Yep, Sneakers. I was just there last week.
I miss Five Spice Cafe. I don't know if you're probably way too young for that, but Five Spice Cafe had the best peanut sauce I've ever had in my life. And of course, the beginning of my band and how we paid for and fed every single member of my band over the course of the last 20 years, Alibaba's Kebab.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I feel like I'm missing a million places, but I don't want anyone to feel slighted. I'm on a morning bender here. I had wine, so I can't remember.
Like I said, she's been nonstop today. She's going to be nonstop really the next few months. I mean, you're living like you're going to do a place every day.
We're going to be opening for Stapleton for a good chunk of the late summer and early fall.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have another record coming out, so it will be in quick succession. But I think I'm starting to learn that's how I think I operate best, is when the momentum starts going.
Mm-hmm.
That snowball is an important piece of a career where you're really trying to do something meaningful, you keep throwing things at the wall, and some of it will connect and some of it won't.
Yeah.
And some of it will connect 12 years later on a TikTok video.
Exactly.
And what are you going to do?
Yeah, but you got to run
Say
towards the
yes.
opportunity at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Run toward the opportunity.
Very
Thank
cool.
you.
Cool. Grace Potter, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I love this.